Let's talk money. It's the elephant in the room very few product marketeers want to address themselves, even though many are desperate for answers surrounding their pay and the earnings of people within their industry. However, without asking questions, it's impossible to get any clarity. It was a vicious cycle that showed no signs of being solved anytime soon. So we decided to grab the bull by the horns, get our hands dirty, and ask the questions on your behalf. In our product marketing salary survey, a study exploring how much PMMs get paid, how salaries increase as product marketeers advance through their careers, and whether or not PMMs are satisfied with the financial incentives of their respective roles, amongst many other things. Figures included in our survey were based purely on base salaries and didn't take into account bonuses and shares. And salaries were submitted by people taking part in US dollars, irrespective of whether or not they got paid in this currency. So, who were the lucky bunch taking part in our survey? We picked the brains of over 1,500 product marketeers from around the world, with a large proportion, 71% to be exact, pitching up in North America. 1/5 of the people taking part were in Europe, with the remaining 7% joining from Asia, Australasia, and South and Central America. And each part was the product marketing pyramid was represented. Now we've introduced our participants, let's take a look at the juicy findings from the survey, starting with the average salary. We took a whole host of factors into account during our survey, including factors such as continent, country, title, company size, and gender, but the average salary for a product marketeer was $117,000, and that includes full-time employees, freelancers, and PMMs who work on a part-time basis. The average salary of a product marketeer did vary, however, depending on where you were in the world. For instance, product marketeers in South and Central America take home on average $36,000, while North Americans earn $100,000 more. Similarly, the average salary in Europe was $75,000, while PMMs in the Middle East and Asia earned approximately $80,000 and $46,000 respectively. Australasia came in as the second most profitable country for product marketeers, with an average salary of $115,000. The age-old debate continues to rumble on as to whether women are paid less than men. So we decided to do some digging and see whether this is the case in the world of product marketing. And our findings made for some controversial bedtime reading for you female PMMs out there. Overall, the split between men and women taking part in the survey was more or less evenly distributed, with a split of 47% to 52% in favour of women. On average, however, we found men take home $600 more than women a month. That said, this trend isn't shared on a global scale. In Asia and the Middle East, women are paid more than men. Female PMMs in the Middle East paid almost $20,000 more than males, on average. SaaS is the flavour of the month and continues to oust physical products from the spotlight. Nearly 3/4 of PMMs market software as a service. And you know what they say, where there's demand, there's money. And in this case, the trend does not change, with product marketeers at SaaS companies earning $12,000 more than product marketeers specializing in physical products. In some cases, PMMs keep a finger in each of the figurative pies and they earn the most, albeit by a whisker. It's often said it helps to have friends in high places. And while some take the diplomatic approach and take this claim with a pinch of salt, our results suggest otherwise. Our results revealed product marketeers who had strong leadership support take home an extra $12,000 per year, demonstrating how important that backing from above is on a broader scale. Proves sucking up to the boss now and then really can pay dividends. As PMMs, we all approach our work in different ways. There's no right or wrong way to do things, and organizations' company culture is often shaped by their philosophies and brand values. Most of the people we spoke to in our survey adopted a company culture that's product-led. And it transpired PMMs working at companies with a product-first culture earn the most money, racking up on average salary of $120,000, closely followed by product marketeers with a customer-first organization, with the average salary accumulating at $116,000. As far as the least lucrative salary was concerned, people earning a living at marketing-first companies got the raw end of the deal, comparatively with an average salary of $108,000. It leads to our findings surrounding pay progression. It's always nice attending a performance review and being told by your boss you're being given a handsome pay rise, but that was the likelihood of this occurring to a product marketeer. Were they being rewarded with a pay hike or a pat on the back? We found in the last 3 years, the majority of product marketers have secured between 2 and 3 pay rises, and a select few, only 0.5%, scooped more than 5. All right for some. On the other hand, less than 1 in 10 hadn't been given an increase at all during the same period. So there's still room for improvement as far as pay rises are concerned. The likelihood of receiving a hike in your wages did vary depending on geographic location, with product marketeers plying their trade in North America 10 times more likely to secure a juicy raise than their PMM counterparts in the Middle East and South and Central Africa. We also looked at which job titles saw the most progression so far as pay is concerned, and people managers of product marketing have cause for celebration, with 18% securing 4 or more in 3 years. And on the other hand, associate product marketers were least likely to receive a raise anytime soon. Generally speaking, product marketing on the whole were pleased with their salary, with 7 out of 10 saying they were happy with how much they were paid. This dipped slightly in Europe and in the Middle East, though this was marginal. Product marketeers in North America also had a slight grumble despite earning more than many other product marketeers. It's always important for an employee to know their salary reflects their efforts, so we asked product marketeers whether or not salaries in general reflected the business value of the role. And over half of people surveyed said yes, which was reassuring. Post-survey, we decided to do some further digging and managed to uncover a gem. We're sure will bring a smile to your face. We dispelled the myth marketing is more lucrative than product marketing. And on average, product marketeers can earn up to $80,000 more than those working in the marketing sector. So with that in mind, crack open some champagne, head to the resources section of Product Marketing Alliance's website and download the report in full. We'll be repeating the survey in November 2020, and it's always nice to compare and contrast results.